So what about some final advice? Well, here are 5 tips to make sure you don't pay for cloud services. Stay within the free tier limits. Can't stress that enough. You have to understand what they are and just be cognizant of them. You don't necessarily have to be fearful of them. So feel free to use the resource. You just have to understand the policies around the utilization of the free tier and when the free tier ends and you're going to be billed. Set up billing alerts and budgets. So the first thing I do when I set up these free tier accounts, if I'm doing so for students and things like that, is I'll set up a spending alert of 1 cent. And so if they charge me at all, I'm going to get an alert and know to stop the service. And so those things are handy to set up. Also, monitor your usage. In other words, you can monitor your usage online directly within the cloud provider and do so as you use the system and make sure that you're not using more services than you should be using and get out of the free tier limit into the areas where you have to pay. Also, delete or decommission unused resources. This is a common story I hear. People will, allocate a database, allocate a storage resource, what have you, and they'll leave it up and running and they never decommission it or take it offline. And many of the cloud providers, even if you have a 3-tier account, if you're leaving those resources allocated for you, you may not get an alert, but they're going to send you a bill at the end of the month. So, don't be one of those stories that I hear out there where suddenly they thought they were getting something for free and now they owe the cloud providers thousands of dollars. Use only always free and light services. So make sure that you're cognizant of the services you're leveraging and try to use the ones that are always going to be marked as free. And that goes without saying.